calculations are correct, when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
What's up, sluts? This is Disco Mountain Man from Tragedy, the all-metal tribute to the Bee Gees and beyond, and you're listening to the Whizbanger Show.
Hello, this is Ivan. I'm the singer and a bass player of the Green Hog Band. You're listening to the Whizbanger Show.
Hello, party people. This is Jessie May of Turkey Vulture, Owl Maker, Metalhead Money, and you're listening to the Whizbanger Show. Horns up.
Hello, everybody. Here is Martin, vocals and guitars in Pure Sonic Outcast. And you are tuned into the amazing Whizbanger Show podcast.
This is Billy from Helldrifter, Germany. You're tuned into the Whizbanger Show podcast. Rock on.
This is Mike Giuliano from Horror, Pain, Gore, Death Productions, and it's the Whizbanger Show. No fucking huss.
Hey, this is Brooke from Lady Luna and the Devil. You're tuned into the Whizbanger Show podcast, now independent and dropping every Friday.
Okay, one more time for Sarah. Ready?
Well, I'm Max.
And I'm Troy. And we're the Boneless Ones.
Hey, metalheads. This is Janneke, lead vocalist for death metal band Beyond the Pale, hailing from the Netherlands.
This is Blasting Rod, and you're listening to the Whizbanger Show.
Hi, this is Gaspar.
And this is Fred.
And this is Piotr. We are Sam from Montreal, and you're tuned in to the Whizbanger Show podcast, now independent and dropping every Friday.
Hello, headbangers and thrash metal maniacs. This is Caton from the Mighty Hyrax, and you are listening to the Whizbanger Show. Stay heavy!
It's showtime.
Get Whizbang.
right. What's up, everybody? Sarah Whizbanger here, the Whizbanger Show, bringing you the 2026 new releases edition. First show of the year. Yeah, I know it's February. What can I say, man? I'm living life, or maybe life is living me. I do not know. All right, but we got a lot of stuff for you. Stuff that's not out, stuff that came out last month in January, and stuff coming at you all in the next few months. So sit back, relax. Let me ease you into your weekend. I have all kinds of stuff for you today. Starting out kind of easy, ending up nice and crunchy with some death metal at the end. But in the meantime, sit back and let me... I already said that, didn't I? Share with you some great music. We started off with Titanosaur, a one human band out of New York. Good friend of mine there, Jeff. You can follow him on all the socials there. Titanosaur1, that's the number 1 on Bandcamp. He's also on Facebook, Instagram, SoundCloud, and YouTube with lots of videos. He's a good old fella, and you should go and check him out and follow him and engage in all of those things. And I opened the show up today with Hey, a single that was released a couple weeks ago on the 23rd of January this year. And we're going to stay in the hard rock arena today with Masheena out of Bergen, Norway. They are a hard rock heavy blues band, and I thought this was the perfect song to share with you today because it's kind of how I've been feeling. I'm really trying so hard to get back up on the horse here with the Whizbanger Show and do producing shows every week. You know, I used to produce shows when I was on a station. I produced shows twice a week, and I managed to do that. So I got to be able to manage to do it once a week again. This is Sarah Lost Her Way, and I have some good, interesting news to share with you about the label Heavy Psych Sounds that Masheena is on. In the meantime, you can check this out. You can pre-order their album on their Bandcamp page, and that's Masheena, Masheena. And they're also on the web at masheena.rocks. They have a Facebook, Instagram, and a link tree, and you can check it out. And I want to thank Claire from Purple Sage PR, where all kinds of good stuff comes my way. Thanks so much. She represents Heavy Psych Sounds. She represents Ripple Music and some other labels and independent bands as well. In the meantime, sit back, relax, and let me ease you on into your weekend. Here is Masheena with Sarah Lost Her Way. I'm going to dedicate this one to myself. And you are tuned into the Whizbanger Show, streaming from everywhere and nowhere on this lovely Friday frigid day here in wherever I am. I hope it's not too cold where you are. It's cold where I am, but you know, that's what happens in the winter time. It's cold. It's cold out. I do want to talk about my friend who died a couple weeks ago, but I'm going to do that later because I don't want to get sad. I want to listen to groovy music. Thanks so much for tuning in, push and play, sharing, and all of the things. I'm Sarah Whizbanger, your host for the most, and you're listening to the Whizbanger Show.
Sarah lost away to find her, looking for herself, like she's searching pain. Now she's dancing by herself. Sarah lost away. Sarah lost away. Sarah lost her face. Everything is dark when your eyes are in the box. Looking so pretty in a plastic city. Sarah lost her way.
All right, what's up? Sarah Whizbanger here with the Whizbanger Show, easing you into the weekend here week. What day is it? It's Tuesday. I can't really say that easing you into your weekend. I mean, I'm used to doing Friday shows. Though I've been doing this independently for a few years now. Hey, have you checked out the Banger Blast yet? I dropped it yesterday, and in it is a wonderfully intrepid interview with Tokyo, Japan's Hebi Katana. It's a great interview, and I want to thank Nobu for answering the questions and just doing such a great job. It's a really fun interview, so go check it out. You can find it on the webpage for the website for the show, thewhizbangershow.com. You can find it on Instagram. You can find it on Facebook. You can also find it on Hebi Katana's Facebook and Instagram, and you can find it where it lives on Substack, Whizbanger Show on Substack. And it's free. You don't have to sign up for Substack. Just click past the please sign up. Although I would love for you to sign up because it's free and you don't get bombarded. You only get notified when the actual thing comes out. And I haven't had it out for a year because Sarah lost her way, which was what started off our set today. So go check it out, please. And check out Hebi Katana. There's also a bunch of Bandcamp codes from This Love Is Drone and Hebi Katana. There's like a ton of Hebi Katana, what else is on there? Black Sasquatch. There's a whole bunch from Hebi Katana. So that's super awesome. And what else is on there? Let's see. I've got, let's see what else is on there. Bandcamp codes. I know I'm missing a band. So Hebi Katana Bandcamp codes, there's like thousands of them. There's not that many, but there's a lot. Black Sasquatch, Doomhair, and This Love Is Drone. And so there's Bandcamp codes for those bands. And then there's a whole list of, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I don't know, 15, 12. Name Your Price is nice list. So free music, or not free music, but music you can get for Name Your Price. Not free music. Even $1 will help these bands. So please support independent music. All right, let me tell you who you were listening to, because now I just feel like I've just been blathering on. That was Oreyeon. It's Oreyeon. They're from La Spezia, Italy. They're a stoner metal band, and I play the track for you, I'm Your Mistake. Their album, The Grotesque Within, releases on Heavy Psych Sounds, via Purple Sage on the 13th of this month. Is that Friday this year? Friday? Yeah, it is Friday the 13th this month. You can pick it up on their Bandcamp page. Go to Oreyeon, Oreyeon. I'm going to call it Oreyeon. And you can pre-order their album there. They're on Facebook and Instagram. And you can also, you have to pre-order it on the Heavy Psych Sounds Bandcamp page. So just go to Heavy Psych Sounds Records on Bandcamp, and among other amazing albums from amazing bands, you can find The Grotesque Within and pre-order it there on the Heavy Psych Sounds Bandcamp page. So please follow and engage with this band. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm Your Mistake was the last track you heard. And then we were in Mongolia, because why aren't we just going to go all over the world today, with a band called UUHAI, and that's UUHAI with Car Coles. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about this band. They're amazing. They're on Napalm Records. Thanks, Annika, for sending this to me. They are a folk metal Hunu rock band out of Mongolia. UUHAI band, UUHAI band.com, Facebook and Instagram. And they blend sort of this globalized rock music with the UNESCO registered cultural legacies of Mongolian throat singing, long song, and a horsehead fiddle music in creating this music, this specific sound that they have. They're a traditional, so UUHAI is a traditional Mongolian exclamation of encouragement and often heard at the Naadam festival during archery and wrestling. It's meant to provide spirit and power. I thought this was really cool. So they make handmade horsehead fiddles, and then they also do modern custom-built versions to handle the distortion. But I just think that's so cool that they use these handmade instruments. And the lead singer, Sarul, he has mentioned, I think this is cool because I'm mildly obsessed with throat singing personally. I love it so much. But this is, he has said that throat singing is a breathing exercise. It helps them sustain the high energy for a 2-hour set. So man, I sure would love to see this band. Amazing. UUHAI out of Mongolia. Top of the set was a band from Bergen, Norway called Masheena with Sarah Lost Her Way. I'm going to send that out to myself. And their album, Let the Spiders In, releases on the 10th of April this year on Heavy Psych Sounds. Masheena.rocks on the web, Bandcamp, Facebook, Instagram, and Linktree. Now, a little just tidbit about Heavy Psych Sounds. This is a label that I have been getting music from for years, many, many years, my entire 10-year plus career as a DJ. The label is run by Gabriel Fiori of psychedelic stoner band Black Rainbows. Awesome. You have heard them on the Whizbanger show, and really like the epicenter of European stoner scene. And I have a cool trivia thing for you. They are famous for their gold edition vinyl, which has become a major collector's item in the Doom community. And I did not know that. And I think that's really cool. I might have to try and get one. Okay. Next up, we are going to head over to Bordeaux, France. I've been there before. Had Bordeaux in Bordeaux, France. It was the middle of the day and I'm not a day drinker, and we were driving through and I'm like, I have to have it. So I did. It was really good. Red Sun Atacama with the track Commotions, releasing on their album in March 13th on Mars Red Sound. And I got this from the good people over at Shake Promotion, and I have been talking way too long, so I'm going to just play this track for you, and then I'll share some information about this interesting band and their tour information. But holy shit, I've been talking for almost 7 minutes. Nope, that's it. Just turned 7 minutes. I'm Sarah Whizbanger, your host with the most, and here is Red Sun Atacama with Commotions off their forthcoming album Summer Child. Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with me. You were listening to the Whizbanger Show, and away we go.
See
I've just like talked for 7 minutes at the previous break because I just must have a lot to say and I need to just play more music and be on the air again more often. So then I don't like take up all this time talking so much. Uncultivates. I thought it was Uncultivates, but it's Uncultivates. This is a band from, I guess, because they're from Ireland. So there you go. They're a post-hardcore band. They're from Cork. And I played the track for you flatly. And like a dork, I did not. Oh, yeah, they're really awesome. This band is amazing. We are men who have recently bought a house in the local area, and they're very kind of, they've got this whole American cowboy thing. Their album, This Will Become Clear Later, like the French Revolution, comes out in a few days on the 6th of February. Their names are Dr. Eli Gravedigger on vocals, Colonel Goon on electric bass, on bass and vocals, The Prospector on guitar, acoustic guitar, banjo, piano, and vocals, and Boot on drums, percussion, and vocals. And I saw this band and I fell in love with them, and I saw the video and I was like, this is ridiculous. I'm wildly in love. So please check out Uncultivates. I played the track for you flatly, and you can pre-order their album. This will become clear. This will become clear later, like the French Revolution. It's going to drop in a couple of days, but you can pre-order it on their Bandcamp page, Uncultivates. They're fun as shit. And then you have to just check out their videos because they're ridiculous. Linktree, Instagram. The lyrics are phenomenal. They're super fun. I had no idea where to put them, but I thought, what better place to put this band from Ireland, who is super into like the Western America, like making fun of just basically making fun of America. So I'm like, fuck yeah, more of that, please. With Red Sun Atacama, who is they're obsessed with desert punk, which is why their sound is so much sort of like faster than a slow burn stoner rock band. And they describe themselves as desert punk locals. They took their name from the Atacama Desert in Chile, despite being from Bordeaux, France. So I thought, okay, these two bands are perfect together, right? They've got this whole Americas thing going on. They're from Bordeaux, France. Their album, their album, Summer Child, it drops on the 13th of March, Friday the 13th on Mars Red Sound, and I got this from Shake Promotion. They're on Bandcamp, El Sol Rojo, Red Sun Atacama, El Sol Rojo de Atacama, ELSOLRO. You know what? Just find it on my Bandcamp page or look up Red Sun Atacama. But they spell it in French on their socials, Facebook, Instagram, El Sol Rojo de Atacama on Facebook, and they're Red Sun Atacama on Instagram. Anyway, they've got some shows coming up starting on the 18th of this month. They're going to be in says Spain, but I don't know where that is. But anyway, they'll be in Oviedo and Barcelona and Alicante and Úbeda and Madrid, all through Spain. Then they're going to be in Portugal, back in Spain in Cambados, and then they're going to do a bunch of shows in France. So including the Pepper Rock Fest in June. So check them out. They band's super fun. And they're going to play with Mars Red Sky also. So not to be confused with the Mars Red Sound, which is a label there. That was a just ridiculously fun set right in the middle. No, we're still in the beginning. We're not in the middle yet. I'm Sarah Whizbanger, your host for the most. We're going to kind of stay in this stoner, doomy set. This is a band from Poland. They're instrumental. They're called Belzebong. And I'm going to play the track for you, 420 Horsemen. Do you love it? I love it. Their album, The End is High, comes out on the 20th of this month, February. But in the meantime, sit back, relax. Let me continue easing you on into your weekend. I loved that break, that Red Sun Atacama and Uncultivates break. It put me in a good mood. Here's Belzebong. I had to practice and I still fucked it up. Here's Belzebong with 420 Horsemen on the 2026 coming releases, although some of these are already out, episode of the Whizbanger Show, and we're on number 270. Wow. That means in a while, in 30 shows from now, 30 weeks from now, we'll be doing the 300th show. I'll have to think of something to do. I have some time. I have a few months. I'm Sarah Whizbanger, your favorite host with the most here, the one and only Whizbanger Show. When away we go. Here is Belzebong, 424 show. Thanks so much.
Elvis coming to breakfast.
What's up? We are nearing the midpoint here of the Whizbanger Show 2026 Coming Releases edition. I am Sarah Whizbanger, your host with the most, and I am just sharing all of this amazing music with you amazing, beautiful people. That was a band called Giant. Gods of Violence was the name of the track I played. They are a stoner doom outfit out of Melbourne, Australia. Oh, we've hit 3 continents so far today. Their album Beneath the Mountains released on the 15th of January on the Primitive Moth label. Lore of Giants is where you can grab Beneath the Mountains on Bandcamp. They also have a link tree at Giant Doom and Giant Doom on Instagram. And I haven't this year, haven't even done any like bangers of the week, but if I did, that would be my banger of the week. I just have to get my shit together and start doing the show regularly before I start doing other things. So there you go. And that was my water falling over. Belzebong, a stoner doom instrumental outfit out of Kielce, Poland with 420 Horsemen. Their album, The End is High, releases on the 20th of this month and on Heavy Psych Sounds. And I got this from Claire over at Purple Sage. Belzebong on Bandcamp, Facebook, Instagram, and belzebong.com is where you can check out and engage with this band and pre-order that amazing album, The End is High. And that brings us current. And I hope you are enjoying yourselves. Next up, we're going to go, oh, look at that. We're going to, not on purpose. I didn't do it on purpose, where we're going to hang out a little bit longer in Australia, in Melbourne, Australia, to hear a band called Mammoth's Throne. I wonder if you guys know each other, Mammoth's Throne and Giant. You must, because I don't know, you're from the same city, although I think Melbourne is like huge. I'm going to guess that you at least know of each other. I'm going to play the track for you, Elixir, off their forthcoming album, My Body to the Worms, releasing on Hammerheart Records, another amazing label. And that's going to release on, oh, hold on. Ooh. 2 Friday the 13th in 2026. Friday the 13th of March is when My Body to the Worms releases for this stoner sludge doom metal outfit called Mammon's. Did I say Mammoth's? I'm so sorry, you guys. Mammon. Mammon's Throne. Mammon's Throne. I'm really sorry. I think there's another band called Mammoth's Throne. Anyway, I will chalk that up to my airheadedness. Mammon's Throne, Mammon, with Elixir. And I am Sarah Whizbanger, your host for the most. Thank you so much for listening to the Whizbanger Show. And away we go with Mammon's Throne with Elixir. Thanks so much for tuning in. Okay, so I'm going to talk about it now because I realized the last interlude that I did when I was talking before, and I was kind of tripping over words and screwing up Mammon's Throne's name and just being sort of, self-referential and silly and whatever. Like, that is exactly what my friend John Gee Rubberboot, the Acadian Lobster, and my dear friend would give me a hard time about and tease me about. So I had a friend who died. He took his own life on the 19th of January. And it's been a really, really hard couple of weeks for all of us that were close to him. I was very close to him. We were really good friends. He loved my kid and my kid's partner, Yvonne. So he just absolutely adored Devin and Yvonne. And that motherfucker did not miss a show. Did not miss an episode of the Whizbanger show. I mean, my best friend Siobhan listens to all my shows. And I think maybe she's missed some. Mark never missed one. And he always had some smart ass thing to say. And as I was tripping over my words and sending you into the next set to listen to Mammon's Throne, I was like, oh, what's Mark going to say? And then I realized he's not going to say anything because he decided to leave this world. I'm putting a show together for him, and that's going to be the next show. And it's over the years. So he has listened to the Whizbanger show since I started. And, I've got so many requests and so many dedications to him over the years that I have enough for an entire show. And then I took some requests. So if you're listening to this and you knew Mark and you want to request something, it will be Clutch Forward. That was his favorite band. And Voivod, which was something we both shared a passion for. And incidentally, my best friend Siobhan also in love with Voivod. So there will be a lot of Voivod, a lot of old punk, some just a lot of Canadian bands because he was such a great supporter of Canadian metal and punk, and then definitely like a bunch of Clutch. So I just wanted to mention it because he was one of my closest friends, and I miss him every second, and I'm still a little bit gobsmacked that he's gone. Like, it just feels weird to not have him here. And that was the first moment. Like, this is the first time I've done a show since he died. And now, like, I realize how much I thought about him while I was doing the show. Like, oh, I wonder what Mark's going to say now for me, like, fucking up that band's name. Anyway, so I wanted to share that and also say that I don't want you, if you're listening and you're sad, you can be sad, be depressed. The world is a difficult place to be in. Please don't kill yourself. Just don't. Just don't. I'm asking you not to. Reach out to somebody if you have to. Be in good, healthy solitude if that helps. Sometimes that helps. When I'm bummed out, I actually don't want to be around anybody. Solitude really helps me. And then I start coming out of it, and then I start feeling like I can be around people. But yeah, so that's hard. And anyway, so this every song today, everything that I do probably this year will go out to Mark. I miss you, man. I miss you. I wish you were here to give me a hard time. All right. So that said, let's go back into what you heard. I just didn't want the show to go by without mentioning that and say that I miss him and I love him. And if you are out there and you are sad and you are having some suicidal thoughts, it's normal. It's okay. Just don't follow through with it, please. I'm asking you not to because I want you to stick around and listen to the show. There you go. All right. That was a sludge post-metal band out of Denver, Colorado called Abrams with Glass House. And their album Loon is releasing on Blues Funeral Recordings, which is a killer label out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, where I live. And it's releasing, Loon is coming out of the 10th of April. And I got this also from Claire over at Purple Sage. Abrams Rock on Bandcamp, Facebook, Instagram, and Linktree. Abrams, Abrams with Glass House, a killer sludge post-metal band out of Denver, Colorado. Mammon's Throne from Melbourne, Australia. top of that set with their track Elixir. Their album, My Body to the Worms, releases on Hammerheart Records on Friday, March 13th. And I got this from Jessica over at Hold Tight Europe. And they were featured on Trip to Australia back in December of 2021. The Spectre That Lies Within is the name of the track that's on that trip to Australia, which is just chock full of amazing, one of the few Weedian collections, Weedian trips that, like, I don't think there's a song on there that I don't really dig a lot. Like, I really like it, or I absolutely love it. So it's really good. So go and check that out. You can pick that up on the Weedian page on Bandcamp. In the meantime, get My Body to the Worms pre-ordered, coming out on the 13th of March. Mammon's Throne on Bandcamp, and that's where you can pre-order it. Okay, that brings us current. Thank you for being patient with me and my loss on all of those things. And next up, we're going to still be kicking it with some sludgy goodness with a band called Dimscûa. They are from Berkshire, England. They describe themselves as atmospheric sludge post-metal. And I'm going to play the track for you, Dust the Dust Eater. And their album comes out this month on the 20th of February via independent label Big Scary Monsters. And then they have a second album planned for later this year. And they're really I love this band, and I kind of talked about Mark specifically before playing this track, because they are a band that's really focused on grief and loss. And I quote from their Bandcamp page, Dimscûa continue to transform loss into something vast, visceral, and deeply human. And they are on Bandcamp, Linktree, Instagram, and Facebook at Dimscûa, Dimscua. And the track you're going to hear is The Dust Eater. And you can pre-order it on their Bandcamp page. It's going to come out on the 20th of February through the independent label Big Scary Monsters. And I got this from Sammy over at Since Always Press, who started sending me stuff a while back. So thank you so much. Ponte del Diavolo with Spirit Blood Poison Ferment is the last track you heard. They are a doom black metal band out of Turin, Italy. Their album Di Venom Natura comes out on Friday the 13th of this month of February on Season of Mist, a killer label. Ponte del Diavolo 666 is where you can pre-order this album. They're also on Facebook and Instagram. They use 2 bass players. There's no guitar, which is why their tone kind of has that crush and body heavy vibe from, you know, which is very popular with the black thrash. So I love it. I didn't actually know that. I was like looking up fun facts about these bands. I was like, 2 basses. And I listened to it again. I'm like, yep, I got it. I hear it. Dimscûa with the Dust Eater before that, an atmospheric sludge post-metal band out of Berkshire, England. Their album Dust Eater, oh, that's the title track. So their album Dust Eater, it's going to come out on the 20th of this month, February 2026, via the independent label Big Scary Monsters. And then they have a second album coming later this year. Dimscûa, Dimscua on Bandcamp, Instagram, Linktree, and Facebook. And I'm rushing through because I want to try and get all this music into you. Türböwitch with Marco Lab, a speed thrash metal punk album out of Budapest, band out of Budapest, Hungary. And their album Under Haunted Skies is coming out on Time to Kill Records on the 20th of March. And I got this from Anubi Press, and I'll check. I have something cool to share with you about the name of the song that I chose. In the meantime, sit back, relax. Let me continue easing you into your weekend. I'm talking too fast now. My brain and mouth are moving it. Never mind. Okay. But it's time to get up off your ass and go jog, run, clean the house, turn it up real fucking loud, because here is Türböwitch with Marco Lab. And you're tuned into the Whizbanger Show 2026 releases. Thanks for tuning in.
music and hammer, a killing vandal, barbarian will kill you all.
I'm awake. I don't know about y'all. Not that I was tired before, but now I'm like, okay, I got it. I'm here. That was Barbarian, a black thrash metal band out of Tuscany, Italy, with retrograde metal. And their album, Reek of Flesh, came out on the 23rd of January via the awesome label Dying Victims Productions. Barbarian Italy on Bandcamp, Facebook, Linktree, and you can pick up this album, Reek of God, Reek of Flesh. Wait, now I'm confused. Is it Reek of God or Reek of Flesh? It says Reek of God on the Dying Victims Productions, so we'll go with that. It's on their Bandcamp page, Dying Victims Productions on Bandcamp, and oh my goodness, hit it and then go back for the next Bandcamp Friday to purchase more stuff from Dying Victims Productions because they're fucking awesome. Venthiax with Infernal Demise, a thrash metal band out of Husqvarna, Sweden, and their album Rights of Ra releases on the 27th of February, also on Dying Victims Productions, and you can get it on their Dying Victims Productions Bandcamp page. You can get Rights of Ra and pre-order that sucker. They've got a Facebook page, a Linktree, and a Bandcamp. And so this is cool about Dying Victims Productions. They're known for their Relics from the Crypt series, where they unearthed lost speed and thrash metal demos from the 80s that never got a proper release. You've heard of several of them over the years from me, but they've got right now on their page, dyingvictims.de for Deutschland, their German label, Relics from the Crypt. They've got Mad Butcher, Sacrifice, Breathless, and tons of others. It's so much fun and it's so good. Everything is great. And it goes from like the cheesy madball craziness to like actually really good deep cuts of like, how did this band not become huge stuff? So just go and check it out. Dying Victims Productions. Just look up Dying Victims Productions Relics from the Crypt and have fun in there. Türböwitch with Marco Lab, a speed thrash metal punk band out of Budapest, Hungary. Their album Under Haunted Skies releases on Time to Kill Records on the 20th of March this year. And I got this from the good people over at Anubi Press. Türböwitch 666 on Bandcamp, and you can get Under Haunted Skies. You can pre-order it on their Bandcamp page. They also have Instagram, Facebook, and Linktree, so you can find out more about this band. And I just thought this was cool. So they are a Hungarian band. The track Marco Lab that you heard refers to a mythical creature in Hungarian folklore, a giant shadow-like monster that grabs the sun or the moon during an eclipse to eat it. It's super metal. Metal folk horror. I love it. Okay, next we're going to go to Oulu, Finland to hear a band called Qwälen, who has on their page, Fuck Fascism. So fuck yeah, Qwälen, you have a permanent home with the Whizbanger Show. The name translates to problems, and I picked the track for you, Kivia Jaluita, which translates to stones and bones in Finnish. And their album, Very Verta Edalin, comes out on the 6th of March on Time to Kill Records. All right, here we go. Here's Qwälen with Kivia Jaluita. I should have asked Sarah from Smolder to translate it for me, because that's where she is now in Finland, and that's where Smolder lives now in Finland, and they've got a new album coming out too. But I'm not playing that for you today, but I will play it for you when it comes out. I'm Sarah Whizbanger, your host of the most, and away we go. winding on down. I don't have much more to do. And then I'm gonna send you on your merry way. But that was a band called Rotgut, a speed metal crossover crust band out of Tacoma, Washington, that my fallen dear friend Jean-Guy Rubberboot would have absolutely loved. And I played the track for you, Ye Intrepid. Their album 8 Ounce Cantrip was released independently on the 16th of January, and I got these from the guys over at Clawhammer PR. Rotgut official, Rotgut band on the web, Instagram, Rotgut band, and that's where you can engage and interact with this band. And tell them Sarah Whizbanger sent you, please. Qwälen, spelled Q-W-A with an umlaut, L-E-N, translates to problems. Kivia Ya Luita translates to stones and bones. They are a black metal punk band out of Oulu, Finland, and their album Very Vertaa Edeline is releasing on Time to Kill Records on the 6th of March. And I got this from the folks over at Anubi Press. They are an anti-fascist, outspoken anti-fascist band out of Finland, and they will be featured on the anti-fascist metal show, anti-fascist edition of the Whizbanger show, which started out as an anti-fascist black metal band, but I was like, fuck it. Anybody who's anti-fascist, get on the bus. Let's do it. And they're on Bandcamp, Facebook, Instagram, and Linktree. Please let them know that Sarah Whizbanger sent you their way. Next up, we're going to go to Somerset, England, and hear a technical thrash death metal band. I don't usually go for the technical mathy stuff, but I just love this band. I really liked them. I listened to it a few times before it sunk in. I was like, okay, I like them. Let's play it. Survive the Vermin is the track that I've chosen for you. And their album, As Time Awaits, comes out on the 27th of February. And they are an independent band. And I'm Sarah Whizbanger, your host for the most. And I'll be back in 10 minutes to say goodnight. Thank you for tuning in and listening to the Whizbanger Show 2026 releases edition. And away we go.
Eternal quiet light which breaking already.
I'm out of here. Thank you so much. Just a little over 2 hours. I don't know why I'm stuck on 2 hours. I think it's because I DJ'd for radio stations for so long, and they were like super anal about time stamps. So now I'm just like, well, I don't need it anymore. I don't care. I can do what I want. All right, that was Discreation, and they are a death metal band out of Hesse, Germany. Their album is a re-release, and I was like, well, it's a re-release, so we're going to listen to it anyway. I'm going to count it as a 2026 release. It came out on the 16th of January on Massacre Records, and I want to thank Barbara Francone for always sending me great stuff. Discreation.de for Deutschland. Instagram, Facebook, and Bandcamp is where you can pick this album out. Iron Times 2025, but it's a re-release. It came out on the 16th of January on Massacre Records. So there you go. Discreation. And the track I picked for you guys is called Blood Ritual. Pick for y'all. Unburier, top of the set from Somerset, England, a technical thrash death metal band. Their album As Time Awaits is releasing independently on the 27th of this month, February. And I got this from the good people over at C Squared Music, and they say this is for fans of Bolt Thrower, Incantation, Entombed, and Rippy Kolu. And I'm a fan of all those bands except for Rippy Kolu, only because I've never heard of them. So maybe I'll go check them out. Unburier band on the web, Linktree, Instagram, and Facebook, and you can interact with the band there and tell them that Sarah Whizbanger sent you personally. Our outro band is a death metal band out of Louisville, Kentucky, called Redivider, and I'm going to play the track for you, Bask in the Rot. And I just love this band. Sounds of Malice, released on Third House Communications on the 9th of January. And I also got this from the guys over at C Squared Music, a great PR outfit from Canada. Redivider Death Metal on Bandcamp, Instagram, Redivider Louisville, Redivider Death Metal on Linktree, Redivider Louisville on Facebook, and that's all I have for you today. So I want to say thank you so much for your patience and your dedication and your continued engagement with me. Check out the Banger Blast. The latest edition has this great interview with Heavy Katana, Doom, Tokyo Samurai Doom out of Japan. Tons of Bandcamp codes for the band, and then also Bandcamp codes for a few other bands as well. Black Sasquatch, This Love Is Drone, and Doom Her, and that's it. And a whole bunch of name your price stuff on Bandcamp. So go and engage and check that out. All right, thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with me. The next show is going to happen probably in the next couple of weeks. Maybe I'll do it in a week. We'll see if I can get back on the schedule. And that's going to be a dedication for Jean Guy Rubber Boot, the Acadian Lobster, and my dear fallen friend, Mark. And I miss him so much. I just miss him so much. And I know a lot of you do too. So thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with me. And all right, here's Redivider with Bask in the Rot. And you have been tuned into the Whizbanger Show. Have a great weekend. Go hug a tree, smile at a baby. Go outside and enjoy nature. Run your hands through the ground or the snow, or get them wet with rain, or put them in the sand or the dirt, and just feel the earth beneath you. And I'm glad that you're all here, and I hope you continue to stay here with us all. Thank you so much, everybody. I love you. I really, really do. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Signing off, Sarah Whizbanger of the Whizbanger Show. Talk to you soon. Bye.